I know what I was going to say. When we talk about like the chimp playing Pong or using this technology to control a cursor, like a mouse cursor on your screen or apps on your phone or whatever. I think it's like anything else. So your mind is just most likely it's just these electric signals that are in certain patterns, and they allow you to store memories or control your body. Just like you can open and close your hands without any effort or thinking about it. Certain musicians can play instruments the same way, or people that have certain trades or certain artistic abilities. They've done that thing so many times, it's just an extension of their body. And I'm sure if you could see that in their mind, you would see that there's no difference between them doing that or opening and closing their hand. So I think with Neuralink it'll be the same thing, or with a brain-computer interface, the technology becomes an extension of your body. So you'll be able to control your technology just as effortlessly as you can open or close your hand. It'll be so much easier than trying to use your hand to manipulate a mouse or maybe use your hand to draw something, when you can just, you are the mouse, or you are the stylus. You know what I mean? It's I'm excited about that type of experience.
Yeah, yeah, you bring up like such a important detail, which is that you can once you establish a closed feedback loop where you're not like your brain is super plastic,
Right.
and it can change, and so like once it's able to change based off of what feedback it's getting, then yeah, you essentially become you end up being able to have all these different extensions of your real body,
Right.
and then you can just take it like the possibilities are endless with regards to what different extensions on your body you could have. And so some people have thought about, well, what happens when I'm able to play basketball or play a video game with 4 arms instead of 2? And what happens when I'm able to have um, a lens that's like right near my eye, but it can see uh, like the electrical activity nearby, and it can see all different wavelengths of light, like every single wavelength of
Right.
light. And then same thing with like, what if I could hear 1,000 times better or smell way better? I think the smell is really difficult to get, but like if we were able to, then all of a sudden our whole world is different.
Sure.
Like we
Yeah.
just perceive everything differently.
And also, if we were able to use some type of advanced AI to merge with us and allow us to be that much more intelligent, we can figure out a lot of these problems or solve a lot of these things. Also, it's interesting, since all technology is exponential, it's not just uh, computer type technology that's exponential. It's biological technology. It's genetics and really everything. So you could see a brain surgeon or any kind of surgeon, instead of using their hands to manipulate some type of surgical device, they do remote surgeries now with I think it's Da Vinci, and these surgeons can do these really precision surgical procedures, from two different parts of the world, but eventually they'll just be able to do it with their mind, and it'll be even more precise. You could have a paraplegic surgeon do an incredible surgery on you, and beyond that, I mean, I could also see like a construction site that's operated by people out of their own house, their own home, with their mind. Like you are the machinery, like you become the bulldozer or the backhoe or the crane. Like all these machines are actually just avatars of people that are controlling them. And I mean, likely a lot of those machines will just be completely controlled by AI, but they would also be able to be controlled by humans. And once we have that type of capability, I can also see, like with genetic technology, we could probably clone ourselves, create multiple versions of ourselves, transfer our consciousness into these other selves and still be linked. So you're all these people all at once. So maybe there's like 10 versions of you doing different things, but you're all linked in real time. So it's all you doing all these different things simultaneously. And then if one of your one version of you dies, it doesn't matter because you're still alive and you just create another one. It just seems like the possibilities with that type of technology are just endless.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. And it's so strange like being in this space or learning more about this space because I'm very much like someone who has like never watched sci-fi movies. I rarely read any fiction and just like hardly play any video games. And so this whole world, like I'm trying to approach it from a very practical perspective.
Right.
But I still see like, okay, once if Neuralink is able to, and I think they will be able to, like achieve this high bandwidth brain machine interface that's connecting like our bodies to any sort of machine, then at that point we just become limited by what sensors are on any robot or machine like you're discussing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
if you have like a bulldozer and you have no sensors on it, then it's kind of difficult to have a closed feedback loop.
Yeah, it'd have to
Right?
have like optics and LiDAR and all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if we have those sensors, which I assume we will, then yeah, at that point it's like, yeah, you can start thinking about like duplicating your own consciousness,
Right.
and then like exactly like you said, like we just have it all linked, and then all of a sudden the feeling that everybody used to have, where you would just want to duplicate yourself because you would be so much more efficient if you had your own brain being able to multitask, like that'll probably be possible in the future. And I don't
Right.
know how long it'll take, but it'll be, yeah, it's exciting to just watch it.
You could probably even switch bodies.
Yeah, yeah. Like, I mean, people are speculating that you could download different skill set packages.
Right.
And I think there are different hurdles that would make this not exactly possible in the way that a lot of people think. But let's say you could download like the Elon Musk motivation package, you know, like, or you could download like the Kobe Bryant clutch gene or the like, or you're even just like Michael Jordan work ethic or Kobe Bryant work ethic, whatever.
Yeah.
And you had all of the best traits of all these professional folks, and then you combine them into one person in a superhuman body.
Right. Be insane, right?
Yeah, it'd be incredible.